They stood just steps from the roof of the world. But in seconds, Everest unleashed a storm so brutal, it would become one of the deadliest tragedies in mountaineering history. This is not just a story of ambition. It's a chilling reminder that on Everest, the mountain always has the last word. The 1996 Everest Disaster, a deadly race against time. In May 1996, two elite expedition groups prepared for the ultimate prize to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Adventure consultants led by Rob Hall, a legendary New Zealand mountaineer. Mountain Madness, led by Scott Fisher, an American climber known for his daring style. Each team carried seasoned guides, paying clients, and a dream to stand atop the world. Clients like Doug Hansen, a mailman chasing a lifelong dream, Beck Weathers, a Texan pathologist eager to prove himself, and journalist John Krakauer, sent by Outside Magazine to document the climb. But Everest, cold and ancient, had its own plan. Acclimatization took weeks. Teams moved slowly from base camp to camps 1, 2, and 3, preparing their bodies for the killing thin air. Sherpas worked tirelessly, fixing ropes and preparing oxygen bottles. By May 9th, the weather forecast promised a rare, perfect window. This was it, the chance they had waited for. Rob Hall and Scott Fisher coordinated their summit attempts. But so many climbers aimed for the same day. Traffic on the world's highest mountain was inevitable, and deadly. At midnight on May 10th, climbers left Camp 4 on the South Kernel. The summit, glittering like a distant promise, lay 3,000 feet above. But problems surfaced early. Fixed ropes at the crucial Hillary Step, a narrow exposed rock climb near the summit, were missing. Hours were lost. Still, against the ticking clock of oxygen, they pushed on. By 1 p.m., Krakauer summited. Others followed, Doug Hansen, Yasuko Namba, Beck Weathers. But Rob Hall remained, helping stragglers like Hansen. Every minute above the death zone, 26,000 feet, was a minute closer to death. As climbers celebrated on the summit, the mountain turned. A savage blizzard exploded across Everest. Visibility dropped to near zero. Temperatures plunged to -40 degrees. Winds howled at 70 miles per hour. The descent became a fight for survival. Rob Hall radioed, "Rob Hall, VO, we're in trouble." Doug Hansen had collapsed near the Hillary Step. Rob refused to leave him. Farther down, Beck Weathers, partially blinded by a previous condition, was left behind, assumed dead. Scott Fisher, exhausted and weakened by altitude sickness, struggled alone. Chaos ruled the mountain. Guides like Anatoly Bukriv risked their lives to rescue stranded climbers. 3 times he climbed into the storm to pull survivors to safety at Camp 4. Meanwhile, Rob Hall made his final radio calls to base camp. He spoke calmly to his wife, Jan Arnold, back in New Zealand. His last words, "Sleep well, my sweetheart, please don't worry too much." Hall froze to death near the summit. Doug Hansen died just below him. Scott Fisher was found lifeless the next day. But in an almost supernatural moment, Beck Weathers, presumed dead, staggered into Camp 4, face frozen and black with frostbite, refusing to quit. By May 12th, the toll was clear. 8 climbers dead, families devastated, dreams shattered. Books like John Krakauer's Into Thin Air captured the horror. The disaster exposed the deadly consequences of commercialization, where clients with little mountaineering experience were led into the death zone. The 1996 Everest disaster changed everything. Rules tightened, guides became more cautious. Yet Everest remains as dangerous as ever. Today, more climbers reach the summit than ever before, but many never return. Because on Everest, one truth remains eternal. The mountain doesn't care if you live or die.